Hello everyone. I'm totally not used to speaking in English in front of a camera. Yes, this video is gonna be in English. I've wanted to experiment with making videos in English for quite some time. I'd like to see if a video in English could potentially reach a wider audience of people who might be interested in what I have to say about some things. So, as you've read in the thumbnail, I hate the Greek word for fluent. The Greek word for fluent is aptestos. Fluent Greek, for example, is aptesta ελληνικά. Θέλω να μάθω να μιλάω aptesta ελληνικά. Why do I hate this word? Well, in English, fluent means, as I see it, it means when your language has flow, when you don't have to search for every word, when you don't have to translate in your mind, when you have the vocabulary to actually express yourself efficiently and effectively. Aptesta is etymologically connected with the word Desma, which is like fault. It's a formal word for fault, or even a petty crime. It has the same root as the word φταίω, which means I am to blame, or I am responsible for something bad. Something bad happened and I'm responsible. Εγώ φταίω για αυτό που συνέβη. Actually, in ancient Greek, φταίω means to stumble. Aptesta means literally flawlessly. So, when you say θέλω να μάθω να μιλάω aptesta ελληνικά, you're saying, I want to learn to speak Greek flawlessly. And this is kind of problematic, if you ask me. Nobody can speak a language flawlessly, not even native speakers, of course. I make mistakes all the time when speaking Greek, unfortunately, let alone people learning the language. Yeah, it's semantics, but this sort of perfectionism lurks somewhere underneath, and I think it's much more motivating to keep in mind that speaking a language is actually making mistakes. Learning a language is making mistakes. By the way, if I want to convey the meaning of fluency in Greek, I usually use the word Ephraavia instead of μιλάω aptesta. Μιλάω με Ephraavia. And this has less to do with speaking flawlessly and not making any mistakes. Has more to do with being well-spoken, not searching for words, being masterful in your use of language. And I'd say, now, I'm searching for a word myself now. I have to check, sorry. Yes, that's the word. It's eloquence. I think eloquence, fluency, and Ephraavia are closer connected than they all are with speaking aptesta. Speaking a language fluently doesn't necessarily mean speaking it flawlessly. And actually, there are many different ways in which a person can master a language. You have the passive skills, listening and reading, and you have active skills, the other active skill, which is writing. But what's the equivalent of fluency for all these other skills? Speaking is very important, but being fluent is not the only way you can prove you have a high level of skill with the language. Perhaps speaking is the king of skills. It's like, if you can speak a language, you can obviously read, write, listen. Of course, it's the most important. But it's always possible that speaking fluently is not your real, actual goal. You might want to have fluency, quote unquote, air quotes, with reading or with writing. Maybe you're never gonna speak Greek with anyone, really, but you'd love to be able to read Greek books or Greek songs, understand Greek music and Greek lyrics. I think we should have different words for fluency in all these different language skills. Anyway, what's your opinion? Is this just a matter of semantics, or am I up to something here? Let me know in the comments. And also, let me know if you enjoyed this episode, even though it's not your typical Easy Greek episode, and I might make more of them in the future. Γεια σας.